Good to have you join us on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Well, it's still the review of the year 2021 in the world of sport. We quickly look at the happenings. We've done actually look at some in our first edition, and we just have to look at this now. What's happening in the world of sport for 2021? Joining me is Nonso Arizechi. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And also veteran sport administrator, also a sport analyst, Godwin Bamibuyi. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Now, 2021. Tokyo 2020 now in 2021.
Yeah.
Now we just have to look at the fact that Nigeria contingent went there. We got 2 medals, golden medals, silver and bronze. Ese Brume, bronze. Blessed Brodudu, silver in wrestling and also in long jump.
Yeah, we saw that the medal coming in wrestling. I think Danny Gali, they prepared so well. We expected 1 or 2 medals coming from there. But the big thing was our major hope that Korea didn't get the medal. But Blessed Brodudu did. And I'm not sure we listen to the world #1 Mensa from Ghana. It didn't start so well, like you said. 10 athletes qualified. One of our hopeful as well. Blessed Kabari banned. But like it was like the last 3 days was wonderful for Nigeria. We got a silver in wrestling, got a bronze in long jump, and Nigeria will look at it and move on. I think we'll move on. I don't want to celebrate the joke. I keep saying it, but it was better than the past 3 editions, which is what Nigeria want to see. It's a step forward. Hopefully by the next edition, we'll be talking about gold and more silver.
Your own review.
Yeah, the Olympics was clouded with uncertainty. We were not sure it's going to hold. And even the day, when it kicked off, there were, still that uncertainty. But eventually it kicked off, and people had to, go on to compete, despite the fact that there was protest, there were disqualifications here and there. Nigeria went ahead to achieve. The Minister of Sports and other leaders of contingent, I think they were somehow disturbed because they were not sure we were going to win any medals. But thank God, Oborududu came with a silver, and then Efe Brume with a bronze. Adekuroye, that we were hoping she would get a gold medal, did not get it. So far, so good. Let us celebrate not mediocrity. Let us celebrate our success.
Good on there. Well, we just be looking at the 2021 sports review. Now, we just have to look at the fact that Team Nigeria went to Tokyo. We came back with 2 medals. It was a lot of, it actually had to be a time where a lot of Nigerians were not happy because of the fact that there were a lot of protests from Nigerian athletes due to the fact that they were banned, like almost 23 or thereabout were banned for not, they wouldn't be able to compete, and that one caused a lot of uproar there. But what our able-bodied men and women couldn't do in sport, our Paralympic athletes did. Our para-athletes, para-weightlifting athletes, they did so well at the Paralympics. At least we have to celebrate what they did, winning so many gold for Nigeria. The likes of Lucy Ejike, Oluwafemi Ayo. We also have to look at Paul Kennedy. What they did exploit. And we have to appreciate what the Paralympic team Nigeria did. What the team Nigeria able-bodied couldn't do. The para-athletes shone like millions.
We all know that. We all know it was our best bet of getting medals. Even before the tournament began, we've always done so well with the Paralympics, and but they took it a step further. 5 golds, I think so. One silver and some bronze as well. So it was a wonderful campaign for Nigeria. Big ups to the Paralympics committee and what they did with these lads. Like I said, we didn't get it all right with the main Olympics. The preparation was bad. There were no testing or no testing. But with the Paralympics, it was spot on. They prepared. We all knew we were going to win medals, and we did so well.
Well, looking at this particular set of athletes for Nigeria, in fact, they are, I call them golden para-athletes.
Yes.
They are golden.
Yes. Yeah, they are really golden because I think it's because of their own personal commitment and the commitment of some people that made them to achieve what they have achieved. I always go down to those that groom them.
Yes.
Yeah, it is not that there is so much money coming from government, but there are some people, individuals who are committed to these athletes. And that's why I'm happy with the Adopt an Athlete program of the Federal Ministry of Sport, of Sunday Dare. That is a good one. The Paralympic Federation of Nigeria should do more. We should commend them because these fall under their purview.
Yeah.
And they should do more to win more athletes. To win more medals for Nigeria. Discover more athletes. There are other physically challenged who have the talents. let them discover them and use them.
While we are still talking concerning the Olympics, Nigerian contingent, Team Nigeria as we call them, well, there's a particular sport that we're hoping that maybe if the men could not do it, the women would do it. That's basketball. Nigerian D Tigers and Nigerian D Tigresses shocked the whole world by qualifying for the Olympics. Well, it was not to be for the men, but for the ladies, they did well. For the men, they tried their best, but they were actually beaten out in that competition. While our ladies also did well, they conquered Africa again by winning the Afro basket.
I think it's a good year for the ladies. They qualified for the Olympic, like you said, won the FIFA Afro Basketball for the third time in a row. They got players. I know what happened after. I don't want to focus on that. Let's focus on the success of the team. They did so well. They should be commended. For the guys, under the new coach, Otis Hughley, Mike Brown. Hughley is for the ladies, Mike Brown for the guys. At the Olympic, they did so well. I felt inexperience played a major role. They should have won more games. They were at the third quarters of the 3 games they were leading, but they let those leads dive. And I felt in Afro basketball, he didn't take it that seriously. He changed the whole team, and it affected the play of the boys. So I think not too good for the Tigers for the year 2021. But the Tigers will look at it and say, okay, we ruled Africa again for the third time in a row. We will qualify for the Olympics, and we have a chance to qualify for the World Cup come this year.
Now, putting that to you, our ladies, what they did.
Yes.
In fact, they show class that, okay, if our men couldn't achieve this, we can make statement for Nigeria.
Yes.
And they did.
They did. Yes. And that goes to tell you that we have to get our things right. The leadership tussle in the Basketball Federation should be tackled once and for all. It's getting messier, and let the athletes be.
Yes.
Let the federations solve that problem so that the athletes will settle down and prepare for competitions. It is affecting the Tigers. What happens at the lower level? That means almost nothing is happening except for those coaches and officials at the lower level who are bringing them up. So the earlier that leadership tussle is settled, the better for Nigeria basketball.
We just have to get our things right when it comes to basketball in Nigeria. That particular federation needs to be worked on. A lot of things are not going well there. But our ladies did us proud by winning Afro basket again. We just have to appreciate what they did. And also looking at the year in review 2021 in the world of sport. We look at another particular side of sport. It came out that the European Super League saga, do you remember that? Well, it happened. Over there in Europe, where all the teams were enjoying their football, the news came out like a bomb. The Super League, European Super League, where 12 teams, Juventus, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, they wanted away, but it was not to be. All the teams also from England backed out when they fired.
But 2 teams are still standing resolute. Barcelona and Real Madrid, as well as Juventus as well.
And even Inter Milan, all the other clubs from other countries are still standing.
I understand, but the major 3 is Juventus, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. I think it's something that would happen. Football is rapid, it's changing. It will happen at some point. I think England were quick to stamp, the British government were quick to stamp because of the fundings the league brings to England. It will be hard losing the Premier League or losing the Champions League that brings lots of money to. Don't forget, Britain focuses on structure. Not they don't really have much natural, so it's more or less their structures that they get this money from. If you break down the league, it could be disastrous for them. So they pulled the plug, and all the English team ran for cover. But I think it's something that would happen anytime soon. Don't forget, there's still this back and forth between UEFA president and also the president of Madrid, which is Florentino Perez. They seem not to agree because of the Madrid believes they are bringing lots of money to UEFA. They should get a huge chunk. UEFA are saying no, we want to go equality. Everybody should have the same fair share. Everybody are saying no. So I think this will happen at some point. This saga will end, and I think it's an accident that's going to happen. If you ask me.
Now, looking at the Euro Super League there that will have happened, where 12 teams wanted it to happen. That's this particular, this Juventus, the Agnelli family.
Yeah.
They own that team, and they are doing everything possible, standing on their feet, that this league must stand. Despite the pulling out of all the English teams, they are still looking at how they can crawl back. Talking about the league that really turned the whole world upside down in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot do it alone. You need the support of others for you to have the Super League. If there are dissenting voices for now, all you need to do is to try to see how you win them. You know why it failed in the first instance is because UEFA doesn't want that division and a kind of competition, because it is even in their statutes that you know there should not be any other. I mean, their members should not go
break away.
Yeah, break away. And the way Amana, those people handled it, just came and said we are going, so they need to follow it step by step. Like he said, it is going to happen somewhere, sometimes in the future, but step by step, they will arrive there. But to me, it's a good development. If there are some changes they need to do to it, like maybe some of the first 12 always qualifying. I think yes, I think that will not be good for some of them, some of the clubs there. You should compete. It's a competition. You should not qualify automatically because you were
a big team.
The pioneer
of the competition,
of the Super League. So I think if they do that, they will get there sometimes.
We are reviewing 2021 in the world of sport. We just have to move international now. We've been looking at Nigeria as a country, our performance in the year 2021 in the world of sport. We looked at basketball. We talked about Nigerian exploit at the Olympics and also what our Paralympic did over there as they traveled to China. Well, to let you quickly also look at another side of sport. This time around, we talk about boxing. Boxing in the year. The two highlights of what happened is about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Their losses were shocking, especially Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua losing to Alexander Usyk was a fight that a lot of Nigerians were so unhappy. Why? This Alexander Usyk was coming from another weight category to be in the heavyweight, and he came, used Anthony Joshua to climb to the ladder of becoming a heavyweight champion.
You know what? I was not surprised. Despite his career for Anthony Joshua, he's never fought a southpaw. And these guys are, when it comes to pound-to-pound boxing, they are one of the best in the world. I was even surprised that he didn't get that fight. I felt he was avoiding the fight with Tyson Fury. I felt he was avoiding that fight because I felt, and he knows that Tyson Fury is no pushover. I thought he would have defeated, Anthony Joshua. But sad one for Anthony Joshua, big one for guys called the Nigerian Factor. He's from Shagamu here in Lagos. We love him as Nigerians, but I was quite scared when he picked up that fight because Usyk, we all know him, he's a pound-to-pound boxer. He doesn't wait for the timing. He knocks you out and he knocks you strong. Hopefully in 2022, Joshua will dust himself off and will come back. Maybe he gain his championship. He has a rematch. Maybe he gain his championship, but I still doubt it. I think Usyk is quite young and athletic. For Tyson Fury, it's come on, I think Dr. Wilder would not be able to stand him anytime, any day. Now,
looking at another fight that a lot of people looked at was Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. It was a trilogy, three times. They actually fought twice earlier before that. It was a draw, a loss for Deontay Wilder. And then this third one, a lot of people were looking at maybe we to at least get his own back. Alas, it was not to be. Tyson Fury knocked him down again against Deontay Wilder.
Well, that is boxing for you. It's even though I'm not that a fan of boxing, but you have to really prepare, to face the challenge. So if you don't prepare to face the challenge, there's that possibility. Like he was talking about Anthony Joshua. When you see a challenge, you have to go and plan on how to overcome that challenge. That's my own contribution.
Now, looking at the fact that Anthony Joshua was expected to win that fight because of the fact that the southpaw man, talking about Alexander Usyk, who was just coming from another heavyweight category, another weight category to fight in the heavyweight, won over him. It was a shocking defeat. A lot of Nigerians woke up and they couldn't believe their eye. But right now, the rematch is going to come in 2022. We hope that Anthony Joshua will do Nigerian proud. You just have to know that one way or the other, he has some traits of being a Nigerian in him. Another one is Deontay Wilder losing to Tyson Fury in that particular fight that he will have used that to get his career back on track. He lost that fight. 3 times they met, twice he lost. Talking about that particular boxing story now, we move away from boxing. Let's look at one particular scenario that also happened. When a lot of people were looking at, it's supposed to be for Lewandowski that should win the Ballon d'Or. It went to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, now playing with PSG, he tried his best and he won the Ballon d'Or award. And right now, a lot of people are not too happy A lot of people are not happy, thinking that maybe he should have gone to Lewandowski.
Neither am I, you know.
They're not happy.
Exactly, I'm still not happy. I'm still not recovered. I don't know what French football were thinking. They created a new award for Lewandowski, Striker of the Year, just to appease the fans and appease the young man. The man deserved the Ballon d'Or the year before in 2020. Unfortunately, the tournament, the ceremony was cancelled due to COVID-19. And then the year again where I felt he was the better player than any other player, Messi breaks the record with 7 in a row. Congrats to Messi. I think he's one of the best players in the world, arguably the best player to ever play football in the world. But for the year 2021, I think Lewandowski feel done by any going with that.
So how do you see that Ballon d'Or award? You should have gone to Lewandowski.
Well, I think we align with what I heard from the football fans.
Yeah.
Comments. They say, this one don't pass another thing. That's the language you're speaking. That, see, Messi is not supposed to get this thing. They were giving it to this person or that person. Yeah. How they arrive at it, they know.
Okay, you know, they said election.
Yeah, total of over 200 and something, 14 journalists, yes voted. I don't know what journalists.
But my question is, what happened to the journalists that voted? I know Messi, yes, he deserved to win Ballon d'Or 20 times, but this particular one, even himself, he said it.
He didn't vote for himself. Unfortunately, he didn't vote for himself. I think the popularity contest right now is who is more friendly with the journalists, who is more friendly with the media. I don't know why 240 journalists will sit back in their room and decide for who the best players in the world is.
Okay, we just have to go on a break so that we can have some things get ready for you. We just have to go right now. We'll be back. Welcome back to the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV, where we'll be reviewing the year 2021 in the world of sport. We were talking earlier about 2021 Ballon d'Or, the French award that eventually went to Lionel Messi of PSG of Argentina. Well, that award was marred with a lot of complaints from people all around the globe because a lot of people felt the man that's supposed to win it, Lewandowski, really deserved it. In fact, Lionel Messi also at least said that maybe they should have given the award, should have gotten him. But I look at, why didn't French magazine look at, why don't we just get
another award for last year
and present things very simple.
Because you cancel the award, you cancel the ceremony. Why not just hand him the award? Because arguably it was visible to the blind, audible to the deaf that he was the best player on that year. There was no one. This year is even debatable. You could bring in Messi because he won the Copa America. You could bring in Pape, he won the Nations League. But that year it was Lewandowski's show, and you feel like done by that. No matter what he does, he may not ever win that Ballon d'Or trophy.
Well, as it is, it's so painful that Lewandowski. I wish he can still win it.
I think he can, but he's not getting any younger. I think he's.
But the FIFA award.
He won it last year. I think he'll win it this year.
He wins again, at least for compensation. He deserves to be compensated.
But come on, the Ballon d'Or is legendary.
It's more
legendary. Yes,
more celebrated.
Yeah, because it was first before the Ballon d'Or. I think the FIFA took its cue from the Ballon d'Or. Every player in Europe wants to win that award. It gives you a sign of, okay, I was the best player on the planet. I know you feel that done by. No matter how many FIFA awards he wins, he would look at it. He would look back at his career and say, I had a chance to win the Ballon d'Or. Unfortunately, I got. Should I say I got stopped from doing that?
Well, he still has the opportunity to win it, but let him just, maintain his current form.
Yeah,
and then maybe achieve what he has achieved in the previous season, and then also they should try to look into the criteria
of voting.
Of voting. I think that will help.
Because it's as if you could see some bias voting.
Come on, Messi has got massive followership. The press love him. So even without looking at the criteria, okay, they ask who's the best player. Messi.
Blind, you can even blind
exactly. Yeah. He's loved by the press.
Yes.
They picked a journalist from every country in the world, and some country had like 2 or 3, like the France. Come on, if it's a popularity contest, I think Messi will win it to thy kingdom come, because the fans love him. Is this synergy? Is that understanding about him and the fans? It's a bittersweet relationship between Messi and the press. And if they do it again based on this criteria, he would still win it.
And that is why they should bring up something that will move away from loving him.
To what is happening on the pitch of play.
Which will have given Lewandowski the chance to win it.
Come on, he broke every record that is. Highest number of goals scored in a year, highest goals scored in the Bundesliga in a year, highest goals scored in, for a club,
Even in the UEFA Champions League.
In the Champions League, he won the Champions League a year
We just have to look at the happenings there. Well, it went to Lionel Messi, the 2021 Ballon d'Or, where a lot of people were expecting Robert Lewandowski to scoop it. But, well, that's sport for you. 2021 in review, looking at the happenings in the world of sport. We have to look at some international happenings. We've looked at the European Super League. What happened? Not forgetting the fact that I remember that Chelsea also won the Champions League. But we don't dwell on that. After all, we didn't talk about Africa. Or Al Ahly being the champion of Super Cup, also winning the UEFA Champions. Sorry, talking about the CAF Champions League. But we have to look at two Nigerians when it comes to UFC Ultimate Fight Championship. The two Nigerians, the likes of Kamaru Usman and also Israel Adesanya, even though Israel Adesanya is more of a New Zealander, we just have to know that he's a Nigerian. Adesanya is a Nigerian name. You can't take that away. It doesn't belong to New Zealand. So you look at these two men, what Kamaru Usman did in the UFC 258, winning it, and also defeating Covington, defeating Jorge Masvidal and all of them, and being voted the fighter of the year by MMA Fighting Online and also ESPN. That shows that Kamaru Usman really shocked everyone and he deserved to be given that award.
I think in the UFC, it's an African thing. The cruiserweight champion is Israel Adesanya. The light heavyweight is Kamaru Usman, and then the heavyweight is Francis Ngannou, the Cameroonian as well. So it's an African team, mixed martial art. But like you said, Kamaru Usman had a fantastic year. You said it, ESPN Fighter of the Year, won MMA by, these are experts who watched the game, picked him as the best of the year. He talked about Nigeria earlier this year, where the fans were happy to see Kamaru Usman trying to get the sport so that Nigeria can understand the sport and begin to follow the sport. It's been for him and Israel Adesanya, I think. Apart from that loss where he tried to go up the Keda, tried to go to the next league where he lost, he's been practically unbeaten. You look at it as okay, you dare to dream. It's sports, and he got knocked out. But I think it's a massive year for Nigeria. It's been an African thing all through. I think 3 of the 4 belts held by Africans, 2 by Nigerians. And to tell you, what about the fact that he is in New Zealand? This guy speaks Yoruba like he lived in Lagos.
Of course, he
did a press conference in Yoruba after he won his belt. So he's a Nigerian. We should celebrate our own. We can't stop talking about them. And I know there's not too much support from the press and the ministry, but I'll keep saying it. They are Nigerians, and we should hold them in high regard.
Now, looking at these Nigerians,
we should celebrate them, like he said. Kamaruddin, the Auchi man, who is a Nigerian American.
Yeah.
But we know he's from Auchi. I don't know where Israel is from.
Adesanya is from Ogun State.
Ogun State.
I think Anthony Joshua is from Ogun State.
Yes,
Sagamu. Precisely.
And so many of them like that. My concern, please, let us see how we can bring up more of them in Nigeria. If Nigerians go out, they're all over the world.
Yeah.
They're performing excellently well. Let what they have achieved be a motivation for the younger ones at home, so that even at home, let them win something for us before they move out.
Hopefully give them a platform.
Yes.
Obikwelu was a Nigerian. He ran for us here at the junior.
Before he moved to join
and
Portugal.
He ran, because if you don't give them a platform, these are arsenals that other countries are looking at, and they can easily pick them.
Yes.
Look at the Great Britain team. Majority of them are not from Great Britain. So a platform is what they need for them to flourish.
Yes.
Well, we've been reviewing the year 2021 in the world of sport, Nigeria, and precisely. We just have to celebrate our own. No foreigner will celebrate better than we do. Looking at what Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians at home, they've done in the world of sport for 2021. We have to appreciate our own, what our athletes did, especially the para-athletes, what they did at the Olympics. It was something, a feat that needs to be celebrated. The likes of Ese Brume also getting bronze. Blessing Obrodu getting silver at the Olympics. You have to remember Tobiloba Amushon. That lady has done well when it comes to hurdles. Nigerian D Tigress. We have to celebrate them for winning the Afro basket again after winning before 3 times in a row. Now celebrate. We just have to celebrate them. We are not looking at the negative side now. Let's celebrate our own. We believe that Nigerian basketball will actually rise up and up it will be. Nigerian Volleyball Federation, good job they did for the Volleyball Premier League. Nigerian Handball League also held. Not forgetting Nigerian weightlifters. Yes, they traveled to Tashkent in Uzbekistan, and they won about 4 gold medals in Tashkent. And we just have to celebrate what the Nigerian Weightlifting Federation have done. We're looking at all Nigerian sportsmen and out there who are actually doing well in the world of sport. 2021. We appreciate all the viewers out there for staying glued to watch 360 Sport on Trust TV. We have been reviewing our performance in 2021, and we want to say thank you to you for always watching Trust TV. Don't forget to always at least log on to all our social media platforms to watch our programs. Once again, we appreciate you. But to my guests in the studio, good one, Nonsari Ezechi.
Great to be here. What a year. What a year. Hopefully next year will be bigger and better.
Mr. Godwin Bambwe.
Yes. Wish every Nigerian a happy New Year in advance.
Wishing Nigerians, wishing the worldwide Happy New Year in advance. This is our daily G-Shafair. Yes, it just has to let you know. As we always say, that sport is fitness and business. Wishing you a prosperous New Year. Thanks for watching.